Anti-Afro Svengalis. First, I want to shout out to Nyla and Taz who hit me up and let me know that this was posted. We have been looking for it. You see a notation here from the U.S. Attorney's Office, Southern District of Texas. And I put the link below the title. I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. This is the press release regarding Dempsey D.Derell and his Medicaid fraud. First, it says the matter occurred on date indicated but not published at the time due to government shutdown. Press release posted and made available following the return to normal operations. Houston, a 47-year-old Houston resident, has been taken into custody for his alleged role in a $4 million Medicare fraud and identity theft scheme, announced U.S. Attorney Nicholas J. Gange. Dempsey Spears made his initial appearance before U.S. Magistrate Judge Richard Bennett. A federal grand jury in Houston returned a 9-count indictment September 23, which was unsealed upon his arrest. The indictment alleges that from 2016 to 2024, Spears submitted false and fraudulent claims to Medicare for psychotherapy services that were never provided. According to court documents, Spears owned and operated 2 mental health clinics, Transitional Life Counseling and Consultation in Texas City, and Spears Community Services in Mesquite. He allegedly continued billing under the names of 7 licensed clinical social workers after they resigned from Transitional Life Counseling and Consultation. The charges further allege he submitted claims for services purportedly provided to Medicare beneficiaries who were deceased at the time of the billed treatment. From 2016 to 2023, Spears allegedly billed Medicare approximately $4 million in fraudulent psychotherapy claims tied to the 7 former LCSWs and was paid approximately $1.5 million. If convicted, Spears faces up to 10 years in federal prison for each count of healthcare fraud. He could also receive an additional 2 years for aggravated identity theft, which must be served consecutively to any other prison term imposed. The charges also carry a possible $250,000 maximum fine. The Texas Attorney General's Medicaid Fraud Control Unit and the Department of Health and Human Services Office of Inspector General conducted the investigation. Assistant U.S. Attorney Catherine Olson is prosecuting the case. There you have it, folks. You know, the first thing that comes to mind after I read this is what I think about when any Black person finds himself in serious trouble. I'm not talking about debating whether something happened. We know this happened, folks. There is no way it didn't happen. It happened. We have the names of the people. I bet you it's these white dudes. Let me tell you what comes to mind always when our people get in trouble. How in the hell did you ever come to think that as a Black person, you would get away with this? It makes no sense to me. It shows me he has some very deep-seated issues that allowed him to totally disregard the fact that they would come hard for him. And he's stealing from white folks? If you think for what reason they weren't going to come and get you for this? If anything was hammered into me and my 7 siblings' heads, it was that. Now, what we ultimately decided to do, it was our choice. And every single one of us decided to stay our asses out of the reaches of the legal system. It's not about being poor and in the ghetto. It's about your value system. He made a conscious choice to do this. It was calculating. It was evil. It was deceitful. This is not a mistake. This is some full-blown, out of this world criminal behavior. He worked with other professionals. I knew he continued to use their accounts. He used dead people. He made money off dead people. So Brianna and them were right. Dead people were involved. But I got a lot more to say. But my main purpose was to come on here and read this. You can read it for yourself. I posted it below the title. Oh, you know, I have so much more to say. I'm finishing up a couple other videos, which I want to get posted that I started on before. I got this from Nyla and Taz. So we will continue covering this. A message to all my people out there. Rest assured, you will get caught if you try to perpetrate any crime. You may think you're going to get away. You're not. Eventually, they're going to catch you. Especially on this magnitude. Something has got to be seriously wrong with this dude to think that he would get away with what he did. As we see, he did not. More coming your way. Buyer beware.